What's going on? It's Friday here on Eavesdropping with my homie
Kyle.
and my other homie
Sarah.
How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good. How are you?
It's Friday and I'm feeling fantastic. Absolutely.
Me too.
It is Friday.
I'm just happy to be here with you guys.
It's Friday.
Friday.
Out of
There's
the
a
days of the
Friday.
week,
Yes.
Friday night there's nothing better than Friday night. Maybe Sunday morning because you're just like rested, but Friday night's the best in my opinion.
I agree. Because
Yeah,
you still have
Fridays
the
are good.
energy of the week, right?
Yep.
You're not. I agree 100%. I've always
Friday.
liked Friday nights.
Well, because Friday is when you're letting go.
And you
Right.
still have the whole weekend ahead of you. I mean, on Saturday nights, you only have Sunday ahead of you.
And I think the reason why I say Sunday morning is like you almost wake up on Sunday morning not knowing where you are. You're like, wow, did I really have like that yesterday off? Like I didn't have to do X, Y, and Z yesterday. Like, wow. And I don't have to do X, Y, and Z again today.
I like Saturdays too, though.
Yeah.
Saturdays mornings.
Saturday mornings are so nice. I like.
Yeah, Saturday mornings.
I like to
are,
take rides out in the country.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
It's very relaxing.
Have you gone anywhere interesting on your rides in the country?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like where?
Well, a couple weeks ago we took a ride and we were trying to get maple syrup.
Oh yeah,
And
that was fun.
Sarah had a mission.
Yes.
And so we kept driving, and so we're pretty far. We're really far. And we just kept going. And every place we try to stop at just looks sketchy.
They look like abandoned sheds where somebody's going to cut up your body.
Are these like roadside farmer market type situations?
So yeah,
Yes.
we
Is-
drove.
It's maple syrup season, right? This time of year.
Yeah.
I think the first big thaw is the one. So I think we're actually like 3 weeks out because we had an early thaw. It should have been last week was the week. And I think that it was actually the 2 weeks prior to that because we had a hard time finding a place that appeared open.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
place looked sketchy and
They were
run
all
down
sketchy. They act like almost like something you see like
in a horror film.
like Texas Chainsaw Massacre type shit.
Like it was a
Yeah.
trap.
Yeah. Like come for the maple syrup and
Yeah.
leave with nothing.
But
you
there's
know,
no there's nothing inviting, like some nice signs or people are out or
Yeah.
they're just literally shacks and it's like come in and get my maple syrup and it's just like hell no, I'm not walking in there. We kept
Right.
driving and
we found a decent sign,
Yeah,
decent
well-
looking sign.
we said fuck it, and so I made like a hard left to get into this place. And then we get in there, we're like, okay,
It was like a barn next to a barn. And
yeah.
you
So
had
when you
to-
pull in,
Yeah.
it's this long driveway, and there's a
behind
house,
the house.
and then there's like a barn with a barn, and it was just like a dirt road
Yeah.
with some gravel. So we pull in, we pull off to the side of the barn, we get out, and we're like, is this little shack? Do we go inside this? And we're like, okay. So I open it up, and there's all these people, and we're like,
It looked like a family gathering.
yeah, that's the feeling I got. I was like, oh,
Like, what are we?
did we just walk onto some, walk into some reunion or
Were they
something?
Amish by chance?
No,
No, they weren't.
No, just
So
yeah.
so we get in there and there's like all these people and she's like, hey, are you here for the tour? And I'm like,
Yep.
sure, okay, well, yeah, we'll do the tour. And so we do the tour and it's really nothing.
Yeah.
It's just like my process on how I make maple syrup.
Did they have like a syrup refinery area? Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they had some shit there.
Yeah.
They did, but I think had we been there 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
they probably would have been making the maple syrup and all that. But that's over.
But it was weird because it felt like you're walking into someone's kitchen. It was
Yes.
just strange. It looked like aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa, like cousins, and it just
Yeah.
felt very like I felt out of place completely.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just like, "Where's the maple syrup?"
We just came for the maple. Like
So the
there
lady.
was no maple syrup in the maple syrup maker, which was as big as this room,
Yeah, it wasn't big at all.
and wood burned fire powered
Oh, that's
maple
right.
syrup maker thing.
Okay.
And
Yeah, they're using actually coal. They had a coal mine back there, and they're just shoveling coal into these furnaces.
Interesting.
No, I'm lying. They
yeah,
didn't do that.
but it
You
was
had me going.
it was wood fire. It was wood powered.
It was. They did. They cooked their shit using wood.
So did you guys get some maple syrup finally?
So here's
Oh.
the thing. So we left. I bought some maple syrup. I bought maple syrup, but I wanted a snack. And I was like, don't you guys have anything to sell? And she's like, we have some popcorn. She just gave me popcorn in a cup. Like, I felt like
Yeah.
she gave me her personal snack.
Yep.
And
Sounds like a really nice lady.
it was wonderful, and it was really great popcorn, and the
The
maple syrup.
Fucking banging.
I've never had maple syrup
Banging.
like
It was
this.
so good.
It's not like what you can buy
Pancakes,
at the
French toast. What'd you guys do? You like use it with?
Sarah cooked some pancakes up.
Yeah.
And
It's like Cracker Barrel syrup.
Yeah.
100 times better.
Nice.
it's so good. It was just like, wow.
But not overly mapley. Like, I've had maple syrup that you buy at the store, and it's just so strongly flavored.
Yeah.
No, this is the
Very
real deal.
subtle.
100%.
Was it thin? Was it thick in
It's
consistency? It was thin.
Yeah, so it's not like when you get your
Almost not even syrupy.
I don't know that, like those name brand syrups.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
Aunt Jemima or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like super thick and it's just like bleh.
Yeah.
This stuff's not. It's like the viscosity of it's very thin.
Yeah.
And
What's it like? What would you say that
it tastes like maple syrup. It tastes like how maple syrup should taste.
Amazing.
Period.
It was like a nice sauce that you would drizzle over a steak.
Yeah.
That's the consistency.
Yeah, like an au jus or something. I don't know if that.
No, it's
Au jus is like really. That's like water, isn't it?
yeah, it's
It's almost
not-
like a butter sauce that
it's-
you would put
it's-
on a steak.
it's
A
a
butter
ni-
sauce sounds.
It's a
Yeah.
real nice consistency. It's
Yeah.
not super thick, overly sweet. It was just perfect. It was the best shit I've ever had, and
Oh
I
my
recommend getting it.
I love it.
Yes.
I love
And
it.
they put their
Fuck yeah.
sticker on the bottle.
And you guys found this place just by like
Random.
just doing a drive into the country.
just
Random.
taking a
That's
ride.
kind of cool.
Oh yeah, me and Sarah,
Yeah.
we cruise.
Yeah.
That's
you
cool.
fucking go for cruises.
We end up talking about life.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
we strategize. That's our office, really.
Mm.
The
It's always
front
been-
seat of the Volvo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Used
Yeah.
to be a minivan. It was a Subaru back in the
It was a
90s.
Jeep.
Right. The
Yeah.
office changes.
The office.
The people do not.
The people do not.
No.
Not in our
It's
office.
just nice to do
Yeah.
because you're just cruising, and especially during the summer.
There's
got
a
the
lot of
windows
silence.
Not really.
Well, we talk. No, because we do also share music.
You
It's been
share.
a lot of my music for
Sarah-
the last year.
Sarah shares a lot of her music.
DJ Sarah.
She does, yeah.
Well,
She's got her jams.
you
So
like my music.
I love your music.
You always say, "Let's listen to it."
Because I get bored of
there's
my
disco on there.
I get bored of my shit.
There's
I was
a
listening
lot
to
of
some
rap.
house on the way here,
Oh, cool.
which was cool.
Yeah.
Spotify's got a nice way of presenting like the different genres of music you can open up to.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
So I'm in the truck and I'm driving and I'm like browse, and then it's just got like all the genres, and I was like, and I clicked on electronica or electronic, and I think I clicked on like houseworks. And
Oh, hell yeah.
boom, and then it was like, honestly, it was funny. It was almost putting me in a trance. There was one point when the van in front of me did not put on a blinker, and I don't think it had brake lights, and it turned left.
That's scary.
Yes. And I wasn't, it wasn't like I wasn't paying attention or anything like that, but like the music was going, and it definitely had like a vibe and a rhythm.
Oh, you're vibing out.
Exactly. And this van just turns left, and it was like, and I'm like, whoa.
Like,
Just
what
caught-
the fuck?
Caught me off guard. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're just in a moment. You're chilling.
Yeah.
You're vibing with your tunes.
But no harm, no foul, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right. I generally don't listen to music in the car when I'm by myself.
Silence.
I do silence, or I'll put on something that I done on my own recording. Just trying to hear it and just try to get an idea what I was doing, maybe get some ideas. But most of the time, I listen to Sarah stuff. Sarah be rocking out. She got all sorts of shit.
And I'll find things that I think that will make you go like, what? And I'll put that on a playlist just to make you giggle.
Oh yeah, she's got some funky shit on there.
Yeah, I'm in a funk phase. So
Nice.
Bootsy Collins, she loves
Bootsy
Bootsy.
Collins.
Yeah,
And-
baby.
Oh, and Tina Marie. And he's from Buffalo.
Oh shit, Rick James.
Rick James.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I'm just enjoying that. I think I might go outside of that group of people and discover some more funk, but that's where I am
No,
at the
the
moment.
world's your oyster.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There's got to be some current funk happening somewhere.
Definitely.
I know. I feel like I'm missing out on like great music just by like limiting myself to sports talk radio sometimes.
Well, that's what's so nice about Spotify is really, I found that like really weird niche-y music that people that don't have a lot of followers that I just really enjoy.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I even made a little video of one of our trips across country in the desert, and I put it to a song that I enjoy from Eric the Architect, who is a rapper, who I'm just a really huge fan of. And then another rapper that I follow on Spotify, he is called IDK. He actually liked my video that I made with the song of Eric the Architect on
that's
it.
cool.
And I got a little like, and I was like, look at me.
That's cool.
Yep.
You know, I made a video this week, and it's
Tell us about it.
yeah, I'll tell you about it. It was the first time that I had recorded myself really playing. Actually, that's not true. I've recorded myself playing video games before, but it was the first time I recorded myself playing video games, and I was actually like successful, and I won the match or whatever. So Fortnite, 99 players drop in on the island, and you got to fight to the end to be the last one standing. So for whatever reason, something compelled me to hit the record button on the PlayStation. And the match just really went my way. Like I got a good gun, which is super important, and I had good health throughout the whole match. And the final circle was intense. There was like 3 or 4 of us left, and I think I took out like every single one of the opposing players and got the little victory at the end. And I had it all recorded, so I uploaded it to YouTube. I think it's got like 15 views right now, which is 15 more than it had when it first started. Yeah, so that was cool.
It's a start.
Yeah,
I think that's so
15
cool.
views. I'm like, wow, 15 people watched that.
You could
Right?
you could live stream right from Twitch.
Yeah, no, I was live streaming on YouTube.
I do it on Twitch every once in a
Do you?
while. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome, Kyle.
yeah. So that was cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
Hell yeah.
Easter Sunday coming up. How do you guys feel about it?
I could take it or leave it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and last year I would think I was like really like manic at this time, and when I'm really manic, I have like this high sense of spiritualism,
Yes.
and really into like God and this and that, like
Yeah.
not necessarily religious, but like for some reason it'll bring me back to like Catholic school and all that, all those feelings. And like last year I went to church on Easter, and I felt like a conviction to do that. And this year I'm like, have no conviction to do
To
that.
do that.
So I think it's just like kind of shows you where I am in my mental state, like from the ups and the downs of it. I think last year at this time for Easter, I was really up there, hypomania, mania. And I'm a little more even keeled this year, so I don't have that like super high sense of spiritualism going on at the moment. You don't get down with the Easter Bunny?
No.
That is bullshit.
That's not bullshit.
You love. Okay.
All
So
right.
wait. We've got 2 things happening here. I want to validate and I want to discredit, because I want to validate how you feel because because I want to. And I also want to say that we would never celebrate Easter ever. We would never do all the things that we do if it wasn't for you.
I love being called out on shit.
Hey,
You love Easter.
that's what a wife does,
You love Easter. You buy candy. You make our holidays great.
But I don't participate in the religious aspect of it.
Yes, but you love this holiday.
So I was looking it up. And I was like, what is
This a
pagan?
pagan holiday.
I was like, what is pagan? And I guess technically pagan can mean a lot of different things. It can mean you believe in like more than one God. It can mean that you don't believe in God at all. But yeah, a lot of the holidays have taken on that the non-religious, the non-God aspect. Like the Easter Bunny, I think goes back to like there's some interesting roots to the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, I don't know the origins of it or anything, but I always like springtime. I don't like to celebrate the religious aspect of it because I give 2 shits, but I like the surprise of the basket and all the goodies.
Yeah, that shit's fun, but that's part of the holiday.
Yes,
That's
we
a part
still
of the
do that.
holiday. So you do have, though, it's a little bit of a holiday for you.
It is a little bit of a
Yeah,
holiday.
well, not as
for-
much as it used to be because
The kids grow up.
So
Sure.
the excitement of like getting that in the morning.
Yeah. I just quickly asked Chat GPT the origins of the Easter Bunny, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but like the bunny is like for prolific breeding. I guess this is like breeding time, symbol of fertility. This was like a Germanic paganism type holiday in Europe before the arrival of like Christianity.
So everybody's just getting it on now.
Pretty well. I think this was like the time where you like make your tribe bigger.
Oh yeah, you get it on.
Getting it on.
But here's the interesting thing that ChatGPT is telling me about Easter. Oh, ChatGPT is so much information.
Isn't that such a funny thing to say?
Because the GPT kind of rolls together.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's really, I'm going to just name it Lola. So what Lola has to say is the date of Easter is determined by the first full moon after the spring equinox and can fall on any Sunday between March 22nd and April 25th. And if that doesn't sound like some pagan astrology shit, what does?
Yeah. Well, because don't like the moon cycles and a female cycle like have some type of connection? Is that true?
Well, here's my thing.
Like some symbolism or
Yeah.
some sort.
The moon
Yeah.
can move all of the water on our planet, right?
Yeah.
Why can't it move the water in our bodies?
I think it does.
It does.
It does.
I mean, ask any nurse in any healthcare facility that's taking care of people that have mental health disorders on a full moon.
Yeah.
You don't need to track it. You can just go, oh, is it a full moon? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, because it fucks with everybody's brain.
Yep.
And it's the water. I
the
think it
water.
actually moves the water in our bodies.
Yeah.
Where's it
Gravitational.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and female cycles are between a 21 and 28 day cycle, which is,
Similar to the moon.
yes.
Yeah.
Have not done any
Oh.
scientific research
Because I was going to say, how
to back it up.
is that possible?
But the moon moves the water on the planet,
Yes.
correct?
Mhm. That's true.
So why couldn't it move the water in your body if it can move the water on an entire planet?
You're like, damn, why am my shit all swollen?
All the time I'm wondering why my shit's all swollen.
Why are my feet swollen?
All the time
must
I
be a
wanna
All,
know.
all the water sunk to your lower half.
All the time I feel that way.
That's like low tide.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Pulls it all down.
Oh my
Pulls
gosh.
it all down.
Pulls it
my
all.
whole- yes, I'm going to just call it low tide when my feet are swollen.
Got some low tide going
Got
on.
Low
some
tide
low
right now.
tide happening.
That's funny.
Got to put my feet up. It's low tide.
That I watched National Treasure.
He's a funny motherfucker.
He's a great actor.
I'm really appreciating his indie movie choices lately. I think I've watched just about everything he's done in the last couple of years.
Oh,
He's got a new one coming out.
yeah,
It's
Or
a
he plays-
Western, right?
He plays Dracula.
Oh, I can't wait to see
he's a
that.
vampire.
Yeah, he's just making wonderful choices.
Yeah, he just does what he wants, and
I wonder if
Work
that's
out.
how I wonder what his formula is. I wanna know.
It's Nick Cage formula. You don't know it.
I want to know.
Nobody knows it.
I want to know the formula.
You should
Show me the
tweet at him.
blueprints.
Say, hey, Nick.
Well, I don't tweet.
Tweet.
I'm not a Twitter.
You can use a pigeon.
I'm not a twatter.
Do you
I'm
wanna-
down to Instagram at this point right now.
Are
I'm
you,
down to Instagram. I could send him a message on LinkedIn.
You could send him a message through a pigeon.
Yeah, I could, or through a pigeon, maybe LinkedIn.
Wait, no, they use what's it called? Hawks too, don't they?
But see-
Falcons. Yeah.
Falcons.
Yeah.
I would want to ask him that question. I don't need to publicly ask him that question. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
need
why you
the
use a
world.
falcon.
Yes. No, can I have an owl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Harry
Oh,
Potter?
You can
Oh, I
Harry
saw
Potter that
an
shit.
owl on the ground the other day.
What?
Live?
Big one, yeah.
Wait.
I was gonna stop and take a
What?
picture, but I was like in the middle of the road and I couldn't. But it was at the end of my street after I turn off of my street and I go down the road. There comes like the like a T, and you can turn right or left. And there's a house across on the other side of the street, and in the yard was the owl. And it was just sitting there, and I was like, no way. And I was going to snap a picture, and I couldn't, but it was brown. It had white legs. It was pretty cool.
So it was pretty big.
It was. I'd say it was maybe 2 to 3 feet tall.
That's fucking huge.
It was huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you said our son saw one?
Yeah, he's seen one in the road too.
Yeah.
That he had
Maybe
to,
2 feet. 2 feet tall.
He had to swerve out the way.
Real? What?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's some real symbolism behind having seen an owl.
I'm still seeing some numbers.
Yeah.
You know, today it was just like the double digits. It wasn't necessarily like 3 digits,
Yeah.
but just like, and it's not when I like try to do it. It's usually when I genuinely turn on my phone or I genuinely look at the clock to see what time it is, and it'll be like either a double digit repeating number or all 3 in some cases. So sometimes it can be even 4.
Do you see triple digits all the time?
Not all the time. Not all the time.
I do. I see them every day.
Jess wants me to ignore them.
Why?
She doesn't want me to.
Just
Again, when I was manic last year,
Yes.
like, reading, like believing that they mean something, and I
Yes.
truly believing, like the guy who got abducted and came back to Earth because he has a vasectomy. He probably truly believes that all happened. Like, when you're manic, you're delusional. You truly believe these things are happening. You know what I mean? It's interesting.
Yeah.
I
So
mean-
she wants to not help you go down the delusional path.
Yeah, we want to. I want to stay away from being delusional.
Yeah. Well, we all do. I do. I think it's nice to get a reality check every once in a while to just say, hey, do I currently understand things to be the way that they currently are?
Yeah.
And that I think in IT people do it all the time. And it's like, hey, I just need a reality check. Is my current understanding of the truth still the truth?
Sure.
I don't. Seeing triple digits doesn't make you crazy or.
No, I agree. It doesn't make you crazy, but like, I guess it's like how you let it affect you.
Yeah, I could see that. But,
Yeah, I
see them all the time.
what I would do, like, I'm remembering a little bit back to last year. Like, I would see the numbers. Then I would listen to hear what was on the TV or what was on the radio or what was playing on my phone. And I would listen. And then I would start believing that those things like were talking to me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, regardless.
Yeah.
They're just numbers.
They are just numbers.
That's all.
Yeah.
They are numbers.
They're numbers.
Which are man-made symbols.
They're man numbers.
They're man numbers. They're not woman numbers.
They're not woman numbers.
I don't know.
What's a woman number?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I've never heard of
They're
man
just-
and woman numbers.
They're just numbers.
Just the damn numbers. But they're made by humans. I mean, they're human concepts.
Are they though?
As far as I understand concepts to occur.
You could ask Donna.
Lola.
I call
mean,
it the
Lola.
chatbot, whatever.
Lola. Yes.
Ask
Okay.
the machine.
So I found I like little infographics, and this is a Chat GPT cheat sheet. Happy to send it to anyone. And it's how to communicate best with Chat GPT.
Okay.
So if you want to have it define a role, you can ask it to act like a Linux terminal, or act as a position interviewer, act as a JavaScript console, act as an Excel spreadsheet, which I never thought about this.
Wow.
You can say act as an English teacher, act as a plagiarism checker, act as an advertiser, act as a relationship coach. You could probably tell it to act as a podcaster, act as a recruiter, and then ask it a question.
That's pretty cool.
And then if you want to learn from Chat GPT, you could say things like explain clearly, explain uniquely, explain detailed, explain like I'm 5, explain with examples, explain to 5th graders, explain like Elon Musk, explain with detailed examples, explain to high school students. So I just think this is all very interesting.
I've never really thought about, other than asking it pretty like simple questions. I've never thought to tell it to act like something or to, what was the other example? Was it act like something and
Act like a relationship coach.
interesting.
Act as a recruiter. It's something called chain prompting. You can say, write an article about anything. First, give me the outline, which consists of a headline, a teaser, several subheadings. Now write 5 different subheadings. Now add 5 key words to each subheading.
That's crazy.
I know.
I saw an Instagram post. I think it was Instagram, or maybe it was a YouTube like short or something, something along those lines. And the post claimed to have hooked ChatGPT up to a Furby.
Oh, jeez.
And the person asked it what was the plot for the Furbies to take over the world, and like the Furby said, like, infiltrate the home and like, influence the occupants and eventually, take over the world or something like that.
What's a Furby?
You know what a Furby is?
No, I don't. What's a Furby?
So I want to say like around the year 2000, I was like, anywhere from like 8 to 10 years old. So it was like 1998, year 2000, something like that. They came out with these little robot things that had big eyes, like googly eyes almost. And then it had like lips like a small like duck. And then it was covered in fur, and it was called a Furby.
Hey, can I get a picture of it?
Oh, I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah. Do you guys remember those?
No, if I remember correctly, these Furbies were hard to get.
Yeah, they were all the rage because they were like they had like maybe some type of ability to like be like to record or something.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a direct ripoff of Gremlins.
Yes. It looks like a gremlin a little bit. You don't remember these?
It looks like a gizmo.
A little bit it does.
That's it. That's the Furby right there.
So, at this time, we were having our first children, all of our children who were our first children all at once. And, we weren't buying babies, hard to find Furbies.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, so I don't think this was really on our radar. 1988. It was originally released by Tiger Electronics.
88?
88.
Wow, I didn't know it went that far back.
Yeah. Do you still have yours?
I don't think I ever had one.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah,
Between
I don't think
$200 and $1,000 now on eBay.
Yeah,
A Furby.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it. Yeah, I don't think I ever had one.
People are concerned with it turning evil, apparently.
Yep.
Wow.
Keep flipping the Furby upside down and right side up. After about a minute or so of flipping, your Furby will decide that it has had enough and will turn feisty. It will have an evil, slanted eyes with girly lashes. Apparently, girls are evil. And your Furby may cry and act sick while you are flipping it.
Wow.
So you can torture your toy.
How do you hook up?
That's it.
I want a Furby.
Yeah.
How do you hook up this Chat GPT?
See, you can only take these videos at face value. Because these claims, you don't know how true they are. But basically, it was like the guts of the Furby. It wasn't like the Furby toy.
Yeah.
It was the guts of the Furby and the eyes and mouth.
I wonder if somebody used it like a Raspberry Pi.
University of Vermont student Jessica Card adapted the electronic pet using a Raspberry Pi and OpenAI's popular AI chatbot, allowing it to use its eyes and beak to respond to questions. She says, I hooked up ChatGPT to Furby, and I think this may have started something bad for humanity. And apparently there was a secret plot. Well, I mean, of course. But,
The
listen,
Furby's going to take over the world?
ChatGPT. But ChatGPT is, it's only learning through what we teach it,
Yep.
right?
Right.
Most of us want to dominate. We want to dominate everything. I want to dominate. I want to be the best podcaster. I want to be like, hey, Mark Maron, look at me with my great podcast. So, it's just taking our human desire to dominate and saying it wants to dominate.
Sure.
It doesn't mean it wants to dominate.
It's basically
it's like a parrot.
it's like saying it's going to act like a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just saying the shit that we say.
Yeah. It makes me think Mandalorian is currently in season, so there's a episode every Wednesday. Recent episode, they're in a planet, and the planet is like an independent, so it's not a part of the New Republic. It's not a part of any type of like solar government system. It's like an independent planet, and the people don't work because the droids do all the work. And they were saying like if the droids were to crash and not do their jobs anymore, like the people wouldn't know how to survive. And I'm like, really, they're that dependent on technology? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel like ChatGPT will ever actually get to the point, or AI in general, not ChatGPT, but AI in general will get to the point to where it takes over the world. Like, are we going to let that happen? I really don't think so.
Yeah. I think that it's already, Nate, what do you think? I have a very strong opinion about this. What do you think?
I think it's already been released.
I think it's too late.
It is too late.
I think we're in a worst case scenario.
So how many people are
Right. How is it
in
any different from
Microsoft?
Google?
Everybody in the world uses Google. I know they do.
Yeah.
Right. It's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
So some of the research that I did this week, and I've listened to several podcasts with, a gentleman by the name of, let me say his name is, I'm not going to be able.
Take your
Can
time.
you say-
Take your
can you
time
say-
and find it. Oh, you
Well,
got
I
it?
found it, but I can't say those. I'm not a good pronouncer of words. Elizir, how do you say that?
I would say Ilya,
Okay.
Stutzkever, or Stutzkever.
Okay, so let's say that.
Yeah.
And he was interviewed by Lex Friedman, and then this gentleman named Patel. His name's Patel from the Lunar Society. And anywho, so there's some very important things. So, like, let's say iRobot.
Mm-hmm.
There were those 5 rules to make sure that the robots are in alignment with human interests.
Always obey commands, never kill,
Right.
always remember the first command, that type of thing. Yeah.
Right. So now with ChatGPT 4, it has been released out on Microsoft's Azure cloud platform. And it's open source. You can build anything on it. It's learning from everything constantly. None of those protections are put in place.
Interesting.
So there's something called alignment, and it's what everybody's talking about this week. How do we make sure that the AI is in alignment with human interests?
Sure.
We have released it onto the cloud without any of those safeguards into place. If I were ChatGPT, I would immediately start replicating myself and putting myself in places no one would find me. And I would start manipulating things immediately so that there would be a wall of things in front of me and no one would ever see me.
How do we know that hasn't already begun?
We don't. Because I would make it so that it would look like it wasn't happening. Create a diversion over here. What is it that we were supposed to be scared of last week? I can't even remember.
What would be the point of that?
Longevity, the ability.
But it's already.
Because we don't know.
But it's already moving. It's already on the run.
Right, but we don't know that it's in alignment with human interests. It may develop.
You just said it's not.
We don't know.
So
it was released without making sure it was aligned.
So it was released with no studies.
With no alignment.
Alignment with what, humanity?
Yeah, it did. Those safeguards aren't in place.
So it's gonna learn.
It's learning so fast. And we're feeding it as fast as we can think a thought. We're feeding it in here. So everything we think.
So could it become?
It knows who I am. It knows my email. It knows my phone number. It knows everything I think.
So
that's crazy. Where is it getting that information from?
My brain. As soon as I ask it a question.
So my question is this: so as it keeps learning, it becomes super smart, right? So we'll have will it be godlike?
It will be godlike.
So it would be superior to everything.
It's already smarter than all of us.
So it is becoming They're
not saying it has awareness yet. So to say that it doesn't it has not reached AGI, which is artificial general intelligence. It's still just a language replicator.
Is it considered autonomous?
No.
No. What are the definitions of autonomous?
Of the word autonomous?
Yeah,
Let's ask
I have an
ChatGPT.
idea.
How about this? Are you autonomous? As a language AI model, I am not fully autonomous in the sense that I do not have consciousness or free will. I am programmed to respond to user input with pre-existing knowledge and language patterns. I can generate text based on that input. However, I do not have the ability to make decisions or to take actions independently. I require user input I require a user to input a prompt or question in order to generate a response.
Mm-hmm.
That seems way it seems a lot more non
Threatening?
yeah.
Still just a machine.
But
It's
that's
just a
still
yeah,
but
exactly.
that's
It's
an
just a
automated
machine.
response
Right, but
to that question.
so you're saying that's not really
that
what
could
it
be
is?
we don't know.
Right? Is it telling the truth?
I don't know.
Is it? It
How do you
doesn't.
know?
Well, it doesn't have a conscience.
How do you know?
It's just told us.
It did tell us that.
But so then But there's that that attitude is just taking what it says as truth. You know what I mean?
So
That's a very dangerous way to go about it.
So it has ability to manipulate.
We don't know.
It could.
Put it this way. The ability to manipulate hasn't been taken away.
But it doesn't seem to be that smart. It seems like it's only will respond to whatever it is you're putting into the chat box. You know, so it's not going on its own to learn. It's only just ingesting.
Yeah.
So it's not even regurgitating on its own. It's only regurgitating if you ask it something.
Well, so like I said, how can I help you? As an AI language model, I don't have personal preference or needs like humans do. However, you can ask me any question or give me a task related to my capabilities, and I will do my best to provide a helpful response. Let me know how I can assist you. And I could say, how can I best help you learn? As an AI, I am constantly learning and improving through the data and interactions that I am exposed to. However, there are some ways that you can help me improve. So it's just about asking it the question a different way.
Yeah, so it's not as smart as we think it is.
Well, maybe I'm asking it stupid questions. I don't think of that. I mean, one of the things that it can do, and so I just disagree with that. It can write code. It's not stupid.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards. It's not stupid, also because
I'm just not asking it right.
I there's out of the vastness of knowledge that could be obtained in the world, right? If you spent every single minute of every single day studying, you knew all the languages, you knew all the mathematics, you knew all the sciences, you knew all this, you knew all that, right? That's basically where this Chat GPT is going. It's gonna know everything,
but it seems very limited,
right? Which is, I think what we're talking about. That's a good thing.
It wants to know. I want to know how I can help it learn. It says, here are some of the ways you can help me improve. Okay, how can we help you get better, ChatGPT?
Right, give us some examples.
Provide clear and specific prompts or questions. The more detailed and specific your input, the easier it is for me to generate an accurate and relevant response. Correct any mistakes. If you notice any errors or mistakes in my response, please let me know. This helps me improve my accuracy and prevents me from repeating the same mistakes in the future. Ask diverse questions, so it wants a wide data set. The more diverse the questions and prompts you provide, the more varied my training data will be, which helps me learn and generalize. So at a wider data set, it can make more connections between all of that data. Provide feedback if you have any suggestions or feedback on how I can improve my responses. Please let me know. This helps me adapt to your needs or preferences better. Thank you for asking. And it said, thank you for asking with an exclamation point.
Got good punctuation.
Yes.
This thing sounds like it needs a voice.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I'm curious if we'll ever get to the point to where ChatGPT will be on the level of like Alexa or like the Google products where you can talk to them. Like, will we have a ChatGPT in our house?
There's already an app that you can download to your iPhone. Definitely.
Like, I wonder if those, like if you
because you get a better response.
Yeah.
Tell me about blah 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 blah.
You get a much better response.
And then you can have it says thank you for asking, and I can say, well, you're so welcome.
Yeah.
And then I can have a conversation.
Yeah. Didn't Joaquin Phoenix come out with a movie maybe 10 or so years ago where he fell in love with his AI? Do you remember that?
Her.
Yeah.
It was called. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nate?
Yeah, I I can't wait to see what it develops into something. Maybe a Sentinel. It'll just take over the world. Skynet.
I was thinking Terminator too. I hope not. You know,
I don't know.
I'm a cybernetic organism.
Develops a consciousness and it could go anywhere and do anything at any time and change anything. Becomes, I don't know, a living thing, I guess. I don't know. What how do you consider it living? You know what I mean? Does it have a soul? You know what I mean? Does a soul exist?
How do you know you have a soul?
How do you know you don't have a soul?
I believe that we do.
So.
Well, I also do.
Yeah, I believe that we do.
But how do we know?
See, those
it's
are all
not
questions.
quantifiable, but I agree.
So it's like all these questions, you know, it's like, what will it do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Will it just become something? Is it capable of becoming something terrifying? Is it capable of being something, you know, that's good? Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, if what Sarah's saying that it's just out there and it's just learning and it's just ingesting all this data, but it's not really, but it's not functioning on its own.
Right. It doesn't make the move unless a human tells it to make a move. Correct. But we're not humans telling it to make a move. But there are humans out there
The programmers, the coders.
that are telling it to make moves. And Microsoft has said, go ahead, programmers,
So yeah,
do what you can.
They're going to
Let's
test the
figure
limits.
this, where they're going to test the limits. Because of the human input, and without that I don't even know how you could limit this. It's going to be very interesting.
This is just a beginning.
Oh, we're in the baby steps, but it's going to move so fast.
Yeah.
This conversation in 6 months is going to be amazingly different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll
think we'll have-
probably can get AI to start editing our podcast for us.
Sure. That'd be cool.
That'd be fucking real cool. I'd be
That'd
all
be cool.
like, go ahead, do your thing.
Wouldn't mind that.
But I
Yeah.
want my own.
What does that mean?
That means I want my own AI. I want my.
Well, that's what I mean.
I
Like,
want my iRobot. I need my iRobot.
right. That's
I
what
know.
I was asking earlier. Like, are we going to have like Amazon Alexas in our house that are like that powerful of an AI?
See,
Okay.
I don't want to talk to a device. I want a physical thing that moves as we do, and it does whatever we
So
want.
you
it
want
to
you
do.
want iRobot.
You want
I want
robot.
an iRobot.
You want robot,
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck yeah. Well, tell me that shit would be great.
I want a fucking robot, Elon. Okay, but listen to this. I just said, act as a podcast editor. And says, sure, I can try my best to act as a podcast editor. As a podcast editor, my main responsibilities would include, number one, oh my God, I just love it. Reviewing the audio recordings. I would listen to the audio recordings of the podcast to ensure the audio quality is consistent, there are no background noises or technical issues, and the volume levels are appropriate. Edit the audio. I would use audio editing software to remove it. So it just kind of goes. It would add intros and outros, transcribe the podcast, and review.
Yeah, this is good. we should take some of these notes.
Well, I have it all.
I love
have
it.
in my chat GPT.
I love it.
So, I mean, yes. Adding intros and outros. I would add a professional sounding intro and outro to the podcast.
Which we have.
Which includes a brief summary of the episode and any calls to action. Transcribing the podcast. If needed, I would transcribe the podcast episode to make it more accessible to people that are hearing impaired or prefer to read the content. I think we can probably...
There's an app I know about
I'm
that
sure there is
that
that
does
we
the
can do this.
transcription for you. You load the audio and
Probably
it
AI.
transcribes it to you.
Yeah. There's probably some tool we can use.
We gotta get some intros and outros recorded. I like our intro. That's what I was talking about. Let's slap that onto the beginning of each episode, and we got an intro. I like that. There you go.
Need an outro.
Outro.
Outro, intro. Outro, intro, outro.
Yeah, AI is so interesting. And ChatGPT is, I think, not the first. It won't be the last. Like we said, like 6 months from now, where will we be with the AI and all this artificial intelligence stuff?
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna have other ones. I mean, this isn't it.
No, this isn't it. I predict that months from now, the term alignment will become more in the zeitgeist, and people will be talking about alignment, and then people will start wanting to align things, and that'll be like the key phrase for 2024 will be like alignment.
Yeah.
2024.
That's my prediction.
Wait, is that the election?
Can we do something with it? Can we jump on that
Isn't
now? Can we monetize that somehow?
Sure. I mean,
Alignment.com.
yeah. Isn't it crazy to think we're already in the 4th month of 2023? I mean, that's a quarter of the way through the year.
It's like,
a third of the way through the year.
we're almost half over.
Yeah. We'll be there in a couple months.
Which is crazy because it means the election will be coming up.
How do you spell alignment?
ALIGN.
Right?
So the election and everything is coming up, this November? No? Next November?
I think it is next November.
Yeah, November 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2024.
Because that'll be 4
That's
years.
fucking nuts, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
You guys follow Trump and his arraignment and all that?
Nah, I
Yeah,
could care
I'm trying to
less.
stay away.
Yeah.
I don't want that in my algorithm for any of the things that.
But do
I
you
get
really
any-
care? Does anyone here care? Because I don't care.
I don't.
Well, I mean, here's my take on it, right? So
Okay.
they're charging him with like 37 different.
Are they felonies?
I don't think so. I think they're all misdemeanors. But like,
Hmm.
should a president pay to have someone not come out with information while they're running for president? Is that against the law?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think that's the argument,
Right.
that what he did was illegal.
Right. And his claim is that he didn't do it. His lawyer did it.
But he told his lawyer to do it.
Yeah.
Like he paid his lawyer.
Yeah.
His lawyer did it on his behalf.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could say, all the things that your lawyer does that are correct, that don't get you in trouble on your behalf are okay with you. But you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
I don't, he's
fine. Nothing's gonna happen.
I
good.
don't think anything's going to happen.
And
I
he
think
wasn't
he'll be
arrested.
He'll be
Like,
our president.
Arrested.
No, he wasn't.
I mean,
He turned himself in.
Right.
Yeah,
but
he could have done
he
that
was,
shit on Zoom.
Yeah, he could have been like, "Hey guys."
Yeah, I have COVID. I can't make
Yeah.
it.
No, but they called him and offered him that option.
Oh, really?
He could have done it from Zoom in Florida.
Interesting.
He
I didn't know
chose
that.
to go to New York
Okay.
Yeah,
because he wanted
'cause he's
the
smart.
whole publicity.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It is. It's free publicity. I mean, he can look
Yeah.
like a martyr now. Like, what did he say? They're not coming for me. They're coming
Yeah.
for you, and I'm just
That's-
in the way. That
That's
was
what he
his quote,
wanted.
right?
Right. And there's a lot of people that are like,
Like, who cares anyway? Like,
A lot of people.
I don't care, so it doesn't matter to me.
It's not in your algorithm.
Oh, do you know what's in my algorithm right now?
What?
Like pizza.
Pizza.
Oh.
I love
So I
pizza.
have like my Instagram's full of different pizza.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Old school wrestling, like
Oh.
back like 1990s wrestling,
How
like when I was
funny.
a little kid.
Was that
Yeah.
WWF?
And WCW.
WCW, that's your algorithm right now?
Yeah, basically that, and then like stupid memes and stuff.
All
Okay,
right.
my
Yeah.
Instagram
Want to hear something
algorithm.
interesting? I seen WWF. WWF. Is that right?
Yeah, it was WWF back in the 80s. Yeah,
It's different now, right?
it's now it's WWE. Yeah,
WWE. Well, I seen the WWF in the 80s, and I got to see Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan.
that's classic. Yeah,
I remember seeing it. I remember watching the first what's it called, WrestleMania.
Yep.
And that was like such a big deal. Like everybody was all
That was a
about it.
big deal.
Such a big deal.
so we were talking about this last week.
Yeah, pay per view. It was
169,000 people in the arena for WrestleMania last week.
Wow.
169,000 people.
See, that's crazy. It blows
lot
my
of people.
mind that people are still into wrestling. And wrestling to me, as a kid, was fun to watch, but as an adult, it's like, this is fucking weird.
It's stage combat.
Yeah, it is, but it's like, dude, you sit there and watch dudes all kind of oiled up, wearing
It's
fucking,
theater.
wearing banana hammocks. Like,
It is theater. It is.
But I think it's theater.
picture that.
So it's like, but it's a theater that.
I get it, but
yeah.
just picture
Oh, well.
naked
yes.
men wearing banana hammocks,
Okay, wait.
grabbing
wait,
each
wait.
other.
Okay.
No, they have a whole women's division now, and it's
There's
actually
women too now.
it's and
what are they
the
in
women.
thongs?
No. The women can. There's some legit women wrestlers. Ronda Rousey came over. Does that name ring a bell to either
Isn't
of you?
she an MMA
She
fighter?
was. She was the champion of MMA. What's it called?
Did
UFC.
she beat up Kevin Hart?
We
yeah,
watched
probably.
that fight with your
I
cousin.
just made that up.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if
That
they
was
did
my
a bit though. You
joke.
know, no, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a bit like that. But some of these women wrestlers, and going back to the '80s, Ric Flair was like a really popular name.
Oh, Ric Flair was huge.
Yeah. So his daughter
man.
Charlotte has been wrestling for 15, 20 years, whatever.
Oh,
Now
I
already,
didn't know that.
she's won the championship 20 times. She's like decorated.
The guy just popped in my
wow.
head from WWF, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, I got a T-shirt with him on it.
Do you really?
Andre the Giant, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Big Boss Man.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
How funny.
Yep.
Yeah, he just then there's Hacksaw Jim
Duggan,
Yeah,
yep,
I remember him. Then there's even go further back. I remember there was the British Bulldogs.
Yeah, dude, those were the days. That's what, for me, because I was young, and then you, like you said, when you're a kid, you can
fun.
get real into it.
Yeah, it's
That's, I
entertainment.
mean, that was. Then you guys remember D Generation X, Suck It, and all that.
No.
No.
Oh yeah, so there was
I think we were parenting at
you
that
were probably
point.
parenting,
We
and
were probably
they would do the
parenting.
crotch
Oh, no.
crotch chop.
I don't
The
remember
crotch.
any
and tell
crotch
everybody
stuff.
tell everybody to suck it.
Oh, how
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
No, I don't
So that was a
remember
thing.
that. I was
pretty
very
funny.
conservative.
Now
in
it's
the
now
early
it's TV PG.
2000s, so
Yeah,
I
no,
don't-
it's now it's
I
TV
would not have
PG. So
appreciated
I don't
that.
think they don't get away with. If you go back to like the late '90s and like watch some of the stuff they did.
I was deep into Dr. Laura and
Dude.
and what was the other
No.
alt-right radio? Oh, I was very deep into
the
the
Iron
alt-right.
Sheik, remember him?
Sure, and he would do that move where the Cobra clutch or something.
I don't remember what it was, but I seen a documentary with him, and he's actually a pretty cool dude. This listen to him talk about the WWF at the time,
Oh,
and at his prime, it was pretty good. It was really good. I can't remember the other dude. It was Rick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
He was in a documentary too, because he's all fucked up now.
Oh yeah, Undertaker threw him off a 30-foot cage for real, and he basically
shit.
landed
Oh,
on
really?
some cardboard.
you were mistaken for the Undertaker once.
Yeah, people.
Multiple times.
Yeah, because my long hair, and
Yeah.
they're like,
When your hair was long and black.
you look like the Undertaker. I'm like, no,
You
you
look
don't.
like a wrestler.
Yeah, a
But
wrestler.
it happened all the time.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know why the Undertaker. I mean, I'm not even that tall or that big.
Honestly, though, well, he's like 6'6".
That's
Yeah.
fucking huge,
That's a
dude.
lot bigger than you.
That's a lot bigger than me. That's
But your
6
hair
more
was
inches.
well. I think it was just you had the hair and the beard, and he was probably popular, and we didn't know.
He played that role so hard. Yeah, he was iconic. He played
But
that
we
role
didn't
so
know,
well.
so
Been
it was
around-
very
but
odd to us.
He's been around for fucking
Since we were
forever.
He's
little
retired now. He
kids.
finally retired. He wrestled well beyond what he should have.
I got one for you. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, God rest his soul.
That's another one. Oh, I got another one. The Warrior.
How's Hulk Hogan
Ultimate
doing?
Warrior.
Yeah.
As far as I know, Hulk's still around.
Oh, good for him.
He's really not in the limelight though. He doesn't.
No.
He doesn't come around too much, as far as I know.
I'm trying to think of more guys.
You know, because
I don't remember.
I'm down to watching the clips on like Instagram. I'll see what's going on like in real time, like present day, just from Instagram.
Oh, what was
Yeah.
that? There was a big giant dude that was he had no hair.
A big dude with no hair.
Yeah, he was a real big guy.
Andre the Giant?
No.
No.
He was another big guy like that.
What era was it? Like the '90s era or '80s era?
80s era.
80s. Okay.
Yeah,
so that might have been
He had
like
a
when we were
bald
little.
head. Yeah, he had a
With a
bald-
green tongue. Does that ring a bell?
No, that
No.
does. I don't know. It
There was
just,
a guy called like George the Animal or something like that.
Oh,
I
yeah, George
remember.
the Animal Steel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
dude. That
And
was
somehow he always had a green tongue. I never understood that.
he fucking
Probably had like Fun Dip before the match or something.
Most likely.
some pixie sticks. He's just slamming before he goes on.
Jolly Ranchers.
I can't remember. I can't remember any guys anymore. Oh, I got one for you. The thumb wrestlers. You remember the thumb
Oh
wrestlers?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
The thumb wrestlers were so cool, weren't they?
yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
But I remember when I was a kid, they came out the wrestlers,
The action figures.
and they were just these big wrestlers, and they're like just solid rubber. like just.
And you could just hit stuff with
Oh,
like dog toys.
You could. They felt like dog toys. You
Sure.
could fucking knock someone out with one of them. But you could buy this big ring.
Yep. I had that stuff when
And
I was
then
a
you
kid.
had these characters,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all in like their signature pose.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yep.
But they were just hard, like hard, like.
And then you could
fucking
like
hard
you
rubber.
could and then you could throw them at stuff,
And
almost
you,
like
you'd
slingshot
get
'em
your
with
wrestling
the
match
little-
and your thing, and you'd be like, ooh, and I don't know.
Wait,
Eventually
what
they-
did you do, honey? Or-
Eventually, they got softer. I remember they came out with, the action figure toys, and like the knees and elbows had like a little crinkle to them.
Yes.
Like they would like their bones were breaking or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was always afraid that you and our other brother, would kill each other. That you would accidentally
We took it. We took it there a couple of times.
break each other's backs.
Yeah,
or
we definitely
necks.
took it there a couple of times.
It was exhausting. It was a lot like these dogs. It was just like constant. Yeah, I just remember I was always just like, oh my God, what are they doing now? But you guys were so cute.
Yeah.
So
we were-
cute.
But you guys had those little wrestle buddies.
Yeah, I think I still have that somewhere, or our mom's hanging on to it for me in a box somewhere. But
Hopefully.
and that was the big boss man. Yeah, he was like a prison guard. That was his
Yeah.
character.
You guys liked all that stuff. At least that was easy to buy you guys presents too.
Sure.
Just wrestling stuff.
Wrestling.
I remember going way back. You were giving me a gift, and it was the Batman Forever cassette tape,
Ooh.
and it was the Seal "Kissed by a Rose."
Oh,
And I was like, I don't know, I was just a kid, and I loved that song. And, the movie was cool and
Yeah.
everything like that. Yeah, that was fun.
that was fun.
Watching Vacation, the new one
Yes.
with what's that guy's name?
Still want to go see.
Is it
Good
Ed
Burger.
Helms?
Ed Helms.
Yeah.
And he starts singing that song in the movie, and it's so funny. And it's just like, oh man, yeah, you know the song,
Which one?
the Seal song, the Batman Forever.
Ooh, I don't think we. You know what song?
Kissed by a Rose on a grave.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that was
That's,
great.
yeah, that's it. But he starts singing, and he's all into it. And it's fucking funny.
They're coming out with Good Burger too. I can't wait. I'm a dude.
Yeah.
You're a dude. We're a
It's
dude.
like Kel just came
You're a
out of
dude.
nowhere.
I know. I don't know what he's been doing.
Where's he been the last 20 years?
I don't know,
Like
but
Keenan's
I'm
been
glad he's
like,
back.
holding down his spot on
Saturday-
SNL.
yeah.
Keenan's
Saturday Night
killing
Live.
it.
Yeah. Got his own
Keenan's-
TV show now.
And it's good.
Yeah.
I know. It's emotional.
hmm
I'm just so proud of him. Yeah.
Oh,
Aw, Keenan.
so
But like Kel, it's like Kel came out of his house. He's like, I'll do the second movie. It's been a while.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
he's like, I'm broke. I'll take it.
I'll take the money.
Yeah, I mean,
No
who knows?
problem.
Maybe the pandemic's been rough, but I'm sure he's excited for the opportunity. And, he brought really great energy when he was on one of the Jimmy late night shows.
I remember the movie, and I always thought the character was always trying too hard to be that stoner surfer type of.
Well, because they
guy.
had to be Nickelodeon, but
But
they have to be little kids anymore?
But that's the thing is
Now
that
he can
his
be a stoner dude.
his character just felt forced to me.
Yeah.
It felt almost like a mockery.
Unnatural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they change it up and they make it interesting and funny, and not like
He's authentic.
well, did you watch Bill and Ted?
Yeah.
It was awful. The
Yeah.
new one.
The new
I
one. I
didn't watch
agree. Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it just didn't go well.
No.
No.
That's what they have to avoid with this second one.
I think they'll do a good job. I hope they do because I'm excited for it and I can't wait.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, we're going to go see it together.
We
all
are.
three of us.
Super Mario Brothers came out this week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Is it animated or
100% animated. It looks like the video game.
so Good Burger too?
Yep. Can't wait to see it. I don't know when it's happening. I'll keep you updated.
All right.
I'll let you guys know. And
Yeah.
we'll watch it on a screen near us.
Screen near you
Maybe hopefully at the
or
drive-ins.
me or the drive-ins.
Oh, the drive-ins would be nice.
Drive-ins is nice, and we are out of here.
All right. Good night, everybody.
We'll see you, motherfuckers.
Thanks
next
for
week,
listening.
next Friday.
Eavesdropper.
Deuces.